Alrighty, we are doing the Chrysalis. It is a trial. It is happening, spoilers, right after Minfilia got sucked into that void portal by Nabrialas. I think we'll see his name in a second. We're in this just like big old void area where I believe earlier we saw all of the Ascians kind of standing around on their like raised platforms, their raised chairs. Minfilia's here with her arms bound above her head. She's awake, conscious, seems to be either in pain, which you would be if you're hanging from your frickin' wrist for a long time. Nabrialas or Nabralas, I haven't seen his name again yet. Portals up next to her, kind of strokes her face like a fucking creepo, and then portals down to the circular arena. There's only one real gimmick here, and it's the balls. He'll, at some point in time, a couple times in the fight, portal to the middle of the room, become untargetable, and then he will start to kind of summon these red and black orbs, and you just want to alternate. You pick up a red, you pick up a black. What I just learned from another guide, so thank you to Ghost Guide for this, because I never really realized it in the first place, is that if you are nearby somebody else close enough to them to get hit by that circular kind of AoE that happens, is a very small AoE, but it's big enough that you can get hit by it if you're close by. When somebody else picks up an orb, you will also get that debuff. So I got a black. I am a healer, so I am kind of wanting to pay attention to people's hit points. This guy has just got 3 straight of the same orb. He has not done this fight, or he's just really dumb. He's dead. Just trying to stress us. Anyway, a black orb just reached the boss, and nothing really bad seemed to happen. I don't even really feel like resurrecting the bad tank, but somebody else did, so. It's always obvious who hasn't even tried to watch the fight. So yeah, his name is Nabrialas. He'll also have a column attack, a line attack, whatever you call it, directed at one party member. He chose me this time, luckily, because I was spread out from everybody else, so I was the only one that really had to dodge it. Those orbs, the black ones give a physical vulnerability up. The red ones give a magic vulnerability up. The only other thing that's really important on this boss is he has triples and doubles that he'll use before casting a spark. So if he uses triple, it'll obviously make 3 sparks come out in a row. And like now, he's going to do a lot of tank damage. We're just going to keep spamming heal on this guy. I think that I have... Who's my other... Oh, the other healer is an Astrologian, I think. So... I was trying to, like, it looked like he had a shield on because he took no damage from that triple. I really want to... Actually, this makes me kind of want to look into getting mouse over macros. Here's a triple. As far as I know, he's targeting this Dark Knight tank. Yep, there we go. There's 1, 2, 3. If you have at least one healer who notices the triples coming and is like spamming just their basic heal, you'll be fine. So here we go. Everybody kind of spread out a little bit better this time. I'm gonna not worry about it. I'm gonna stand in the middle this time and just heal as needed. I'm gonna just, yeah. You know, that's actually probably a pretty good thing for a healer to do. Is just, oh, there's a cone attack from one of the ads that spawns here. Oh, I got hit by a black. Here, oh no. Oh. If you're a DPS, you know, just kind of pay attention to what's, like, find the ads and kill them, because they have the ads are the ones that are casting that giant cone attack. That final AoE after all the orbs are down isn't that bad. This guy's apparently way out of range because he's not getting hit by my AoE heals. Oh my gosh. Yuma, you're just taking some damage here. So we only had the one death from the, I would assume, he's got a lot of hit points, so I wouldn't want to call him a new tank, because usually hit points are a pretty good indication of gear, and gear is a pretty good indication of like paying attention to what you need as a group. And it looks like, did he just dodge that? Oh shit. Oh, somebody popped the limit break, and I don't think they were supposed to. You're supposed to save it for this phase. Awesome. Everything is awesome. Okay, guys. I can't heal y'all that well. So there's some meteors coming down. You want at least one person to stand in each meteor. Usually a tank. Actually, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. You usually want a tank to stand in the meteor. Okay, the limit break actually wasn't used up, so that's good. We got to use it after all. There's a meteor gonna come down over here. Nobody's in it. Tanks. Okay. But he's down. Sucks us back. So for the visually impaired, we got sucked into basically this void world that was all white, instead of the dark kind of black purple that we're used to in this circular arena. Here's another triple. He's facing Sen, so I'm gonna keep just spam healing Sen here. No problem. Quake 3 was probably that AoE that's unavoidable, and that's the fight. Immediately after the fight, he just starts to disappear into the ether, as all boss enemies do. Minfilia's shackles, her ethereal, dark, purple, black energy shackles break. She drops to the ground, looks up at you and smiles. My character looks like she has crow's feet. Everybody's already gone because they just clicked through that. Here's Minfilia. We'll click exit. My thanks. Is she gonna say anything else? Okay, no. There will be a video, I'm almost certain of it. Yep, here we go. You're back at the Solar. Minfilia's up. Moonbreeda's still kind of...
You're safe. Thank the 12.
Nabriala's body is here, and it starts to kind of get sucked up into like this black and purple void thing. From that black and purple void comes another Ascian. Or, oh, this is Nabriala's.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
I forgot how annoying his voice is, but then again, mine's pretty nasally, so... Pot, kettle, right? He, like, destroys...
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
He basically just destroyed his old body, and then gave that little speech. Moonbreeda chucks the white aetheryte, I think it's called white aetheryte, right? I can't remember for sure right now, towards Minfilia, who picks it up, nods her head at Moonbreeda, and then...
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Holds it out towards Nabriala's. It starts to glow, and as Nabriala's tries to, I guess, teleport out, his teleportation is caught, I suppose, by the white aetheryte. And it just keeps sucking in these, like, lines.
What trickery is this?
These curving, circular lines of purple-black energy just sucked more and more into this white aetheryte.
No. No. You cannot. No.
A screen flashes bright white, and the white aetheryte is...
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
It's just glowing, just super bright. Alright, and then that part of the staff...
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the blade of light.
I'm trying to remember his name, but she talked... Alpha knows... Louisois. So, you pick up that part of the staff that Menphilia was protecting, the staff of Louisois, and as you concentrate, your eyes closed, the staff starts to glow with this bright white light. Oh, the part of the staff you picked up. And you thrust the staff toward that white aetheryte. And it seems to be...
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
It seems to be being protected by this, like, sphere of dark black purple energy right now, which is what Menphilia's talking about. Like, why is it not working? So
damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
So there's, like, this beam of white light coming from this piece of the staff toward that white aetheryte that's still glowing, but it's protected by that dark orb.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
This is coming just from that white aetheryte. And the beam... The shield grows larger.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Your white beam of light continues to kind of pulse toward that unfortunate spherical shield around the white aetheryte. Moonbreed still on the ground holding that little kind of staff wand device that she had created to kind of draw ether from those crystals in North Thanolin. She gets up shakily. Lots of effort.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louisois, I understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
Once again, I have not seen this before, even though I've passed it several times, and I'm not enjoying it. Nope, don't do it. Please don't do it. Or if you do it, please don't die from it, I suppose. And Felia kind of just watches in horror as Moonbreeda stumbles basically toward the center of the beam between the broken staff.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
She puts a hand into the white ether stream. And as she does, she gets this super peaceful smile on her face. She blinks out of existence. How better...
What? No! It cannot end!
How better to describe it than, I suppose, her life force just joins this beam. And...
I am eternal! I am immortal!
Nabrialis starts to just wink out of existence, as Moonbreeda just did. And the white aetheryte explodes, is no more. Nabrialis is no more. The beam has shut off. The staff piece is still fine. It stops to glow.
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
The device that she used to gather ether, the little wand, is on the ground. It was kind of glowing, and now it's inert. It's a white.
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
It's roughly 2 feet long, pointy on one end. The rod itself is mostly just white, kind of almost like a bone kind of texture color, but like a kind of bleached bone. Has some kind of gold filigree kind of toward the middle top, and then it has a kind of black purplish orb, just dark purple or dark blue orb. Maybe a crystal ball or crystal orb, whatever, but an orb nonetheless, a sphere. Sits atop it, and then it's kind of like these two little, there's some more gold filigree kind of curling up toward the top above the orb, and then a couple like little kind of horn kind of looking things with black tips, similar to what the horns of the the conjurer trainer in Gridania kind of has. Like he's got the white base horns at the top of his head, and they lead up to like black tips. Minfilia's cradling this device. It's all we have left of Moonbreeda.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeda's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
In come running Ida, Papalimo, Yeshtola, and Thancred.
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeda?
As the screen fades out, Minfilia is describing what happened.
She gave her life to temper the blade of light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
I think Moonbreeda kind of felt like she might not be long for the world after that thin but powerful beam of like dark black purple energy lanced through her. I mean, it's totally one thing to sacrifice yourself for the good of the world, to rid the world of one Ascian, I suppose. But would she have done it if she felt she was going to die anyway, you know? If she hadn't felt she was going to die anyway. Not to, make light of the sacrifice, just kind of a curiosity.
Does Urianger know?
No, it just happened, Ida. It literally just happened. He's about to, because in he walks.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady.
Oh.
The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeda hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not?
Minfilia nods. Still looking stricken.
Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeda and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeda. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. A Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisois I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisois hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoir's will before the end?
In true fashion, you motion as if you are speaking, and that is what Urianger is reacting to.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Alright, Urianger has left the room. We are speaking with Minfilia to finish the quest with Ida, Papalimo, Thancred, and Y'shtola. Another cutscene. I assume I'll have to be talking. Everybody's kind of got their heads bowed. I guess in remembrance, it would seem. It flashes to each one of them. Kind of a close-up. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlean Manor to celebrate Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. You get the choice of direct hit +4, critical +4, determination +4 as a materia. Almost everything likes crit in this game, from what I have learned of reading about and like how to gear your characters. It's almost always crit, which is sad and single track minded, but it is what it is. That is the end. The Chrysalis fight, the finishing of the quest that was called an uninvited Ascian, and yeah, that's the end of this video as well. I will make several more today because it's Sunday and I got a lot of time until bedtime. So, see you guys soon.